Hello everybody and welcome back to the Modern Green Bay and Western and N scale. My name is Gabe. Welcome back to the layout. Well, we're gonna start off this video with a little different introduction. The one I filmed about 2 weeks ago when I first started this project before I realized the materials I didn't have no longer fits this. So we're gonna go with this introduction here. I was just gonna show off my new Blue Ford Shops GB&W number 617 caboose. For those of you who didn't know, the Green Bay and Western used cabooses pretty much up until the time it closed in '93. So I figured cabooses are going to be a somewhat regular occurrence on the layout, probably on locals and stuff, and as inspection trains and stuff, probably not on everything, but you know, occasionally maybe you need one behind a intermodal train, just like the real GB&W used to do it. But yeah, this is a Blue Ford Shops Phase 2 window caboose. Let's see, I got it for 30 bucks at Midwest Hobbies, so not too bad. Pretty good caboose, and looks just like the ones I've seen in real life, so, or at least good enough for me. It probably needs a little bit of weathering and stuff, but color's showing up really good on here, so I'm glad about that. But on that note, we're gonna go work on a project for another Green Bay and Western freight car, a 3-bay Trinity hopper that is actually going to be lettered for the AHW. However, you'll see that I make some changes as I go along the process and stuff like that. So let's get into the project. So here's the project for today, this Atlas covered hopper. I recently ordered a bunch of freight cars and a bridge from Midwest Model Railroad. They always give you these do not hump stickers. Pretty decent place. Found really good deals on everything, so I really can't complain about that. But we'll do a little bit of an unboxing on this. I want to re-letter it for the Green Bay and Western, and then we'll do just a little bit of weathering on it. So let's see. This is a Trinity 3230 covered hopper. It's a 3-bay, and if you can see down there without me opening it, it has pneumatic air hoses. Made by Atlas. It's part of their Master Plus. I honestly don't know if I own any Master Plus cars, but standard jewel case. And let's get well, that might not be so easy. We got some foam here that we have to contend with. Oh, there we go. Pull that out. Probably won't use that to put it back in the box, but there's that. Okay, let's get all that out of the way. Get in the light so you can see it. I like that it's got a lot of detail here on the bottom. And then on this side, as you can see, the hoses aren't visible. It's got hatches up there. It's a pneumatic car made for powdered substances and stuff. Some cool details I'm noticing. It's got real air hoses. To include these fake air hoses. Let's see, grab irons up here that are painted yellow. We have some reporting marks deep in there, which we will have to contend with because we're going to be re-lettering this to the Green Bay and Western. Just trying to see what other details we got here. Metal wheels, if I didn't mention that already. We have the bearing roller caps are painted blue already for us. We don't have to do anything there. We will change the letters and the numbers and maybe put a Green Bay and Western logo on. We will see where the plans take us. So because these hoppers are still manufactured by Trinity today, this is not going to be a patch out, but it's just going to be a re-lettering. I think it'll really lend to that modern Green Bay and Western theme and idea on the layout if you're seeing modern freight cars with GB&W lettering on them, especially without patches. So to get rid of the lettering on here, we're going to use Solvaset, which is the same thing you use to put decals on. This is an old technique. I am definitely not the first person to think of this, and I'm sure I'm passing it on to somebody in this video, but somebody passed it on to me. So what we need to do is just put a little bit of Solvaset right where we want to get rid of the letters and the numbers, and let it do its work for a little bit. And because this is such a small area, I'm actually going to use a finer brush. I'm just going to put some on there. Exactly where the lettering is. Oops, it's a little bit more than we need. And let it sit for a little bit. So it's sat here for about 3 minutes with the Solvaset sitting on it. I'm just going to use this X-Acto knife to start rubbing against the lettering and the numbers. Start scraping some of it off. Hopefully get a little bit more of the Solvaset into the decals, but as you can see, it's coming off pretty good right now. And I'm going to give it a little bit more time there to do its magic, and we should be able to take all this off in just a minute or two, honestly. Then another couple minutes. Now we're just going to scrape off all of that black lettering. A little paper towel, let's see what we got left. A little bit more Solvaset. And there we go. It looks like a plain tank car on the side. And here's the other side. And it looks like it's just about ready for lettering. So it's been almost 2 weeks since I filmed the last portion of this video. Thanks to the fact I thought I had all the correct decals and equipment and stuff for this, but apparently I only had white decal letter number sheets, black. So here's the order, and we'll get back to work. So this car is going to become AHW 201125. So again, I'm modeling the Green Bay and Western in the modern era. What if, just like the CN still uses WC and the IC reporting marks for things, I decided that all the other Green Bay and Western reporting marks or companies owned by them, the Green Bay and Western still owns those reporting marks, so the Anapy and Western reporting marks are still used. I'll show you this sheet here that you can see up on your screen right now. This shows how I've divided all the freight cars and numbers out between different types of equipment and stuff. You'll see that WRX is still owned by the Green Bay and Western and still rents out items. GBWX is intermodal cars and stuff to that effect. And then there's AHWX, which is maintenance of way equipment. So back to this. Another thing we're going to do, should have pointed out while we were looking at that, we're going to have high reporting marks, and there's no logo. That's what this series of numbers is and what I've decided is. So reporting marks will go up here to avoid the graffiti. Probably not quite as high as reporting marks will go up here to avoid the graffiti and stuff, and then there'll be no Green Bay and Western logo. So it'll be kind of a cool thing to add in. All right, let's get to work on decal. Fairly easy process. Cut out the decal as small. Oops, there she is. Going. As small as I could. Okay, and after it has sat in the water long enough, as you can see, it's already wanting to slide off. I usually dab it off in a paper towel so that you don't have so much water. And usually put her on there, and I'm able to slip it off. And we're starting with the H because the ones will be lined up beneath the H on here. So this is kind of our centering one. And like I said, it's going to be a high reporting mark. So I'm going to try to center it right in that panel. And then we'll have the A and the W on each side. But I also don't want it to be too high up because of the way this car curves. I want it to be visible for crews on the ground below. So right kind of where the curve begins is where I got it set up there. So there's the first one. I'm going to put the H and the W on and just keep working along. And Just blotting away a little bit of the water from the decal, the W. Okay. And this is the part that drives me nuts, and I think just about everybody that does this. Are these straight? Can I make them straighter? Are they? I've had to make a change to my numbering. It's actually going to be 201145 because apparently I only have 3 2s altogether in my sheet of decals, so I can't do a number with 2 2s in it. So 201145 is going to be our number here. Oops. And there we go. There's AHW 201145. Decals are on there. All we need to do is put a little Solvaset on there, and then once it's all dry, it's time for cover a dull coat. And I'm going to work on the next side. So here we are outside. Going to use some Tesser's dull coat to spray this. You just need some good outside ventilation while you're doing this for obvious reasons. So just a few mists. This will make the decals blend in a lot better, and will look a lot better in the finished product, and also give me something to start with my weathering on. So I'll show you what it looks like once it's all dry. Back down here on the workbench after we did the dull coat, and as you can see, you can still see the decal and the flashing around it. However, it is much harder to see at most angles. But I think most of that's going to disappear once I do some weathering, and we get another layer of dull coat on there, so I'm not too worried about that. So I'm going to do that quick. Really, this video project was about relettering freight cars, and there you have it. That's how you do it. Nothing too crazy, nothing too hard. So I'm going to weather this quick and show you guys a shot of what that looks like. It's going to be a very light weathering, and we're going to be done for this this video. So here is Anapian Western number 201145 on the layout, and with a little bit of weathering and the second coat of dull coat, you can't even really see where the decals are. Honestly, kind of looks like it's painted on. So that's how you re-letter factory lettered freight cars. So thanks for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe and comment. All those things really help out the channel. I appreciate everybody who watches, and I'm always kind of shocked by how many viewers I get and by how fast I get them. So I'm glad you guys like this stuff. I like making it. It's a hobby within a hobby, so I'm more than happy to do things that involve trains. So have a good rest of your day, and again, thanks for watching.